What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how one of our clients collected $136K in just the past 7 days. This is Gage and Max with GM Media. And today I'm going to be breaking down exactly what changes we made to do this and showing you what we did with them specifically. Now, I want to be super clear that there are no income claims or any sort of guarantees in this video. I have no idea who you are or what your ability is to take this information and implement on it. All I'm doing is sharing lessons from what we do with Gage and Max. So hopefully you can take some lessons for educational purposes only. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is Max and Gage. You can see this video where he talks about how they went from doing 80K a month to collecting 136K in a week. And today I'm going to break down some of the lessons that we did and what we learned from doing this when they came in with us. So funny enough, Max and Gage had actually worked with me previously, I think last year. They took a break and they went and tried some other things, and then they ended up coming back because they loved working with us, and we were able to take them from that 80K, which is kind of what we helped them get to initially, to doing what you see here, which is the 136K in a week. So number one, from some of the things they were learning from some of the other mentors and people they were talking with, the first thing that we kind of had to undo, or that we didn't like, is that they were basically doing like an info type marketing, where you're basically, what I mean by this is like, they were doing a lot of, how do I say it? Like they were doing like a webinar, like a free training, like more of like a lead magnet type based ad structure and marketing, which wasn't attracting their ideal market, because who they wanted to go after were dentists, people who had a lot of money, who didn't have a lot of time. And so that type of market doesn't want to watch a long drawn out sales presentation or like a long drawn out webinar or free training. They don't want to download any tips or tricks or anything like that. They're not really interested in that. So because of that, they weren't seeing really the booked calls that they needed from the marketing, which is what they were struggling with. So number one, we switched them from basically like going from like a webinar to just a very short VSL with a calendar. I'm sorry, we actually didn't even do a VSL. We just took everything off the page, and take this off here, and we just ran them directly to like a survey on this page. So we took all the ad traffic and we ran that directly to this survey, and then that went directly to a call. And so because of this, we're actually getting right now $100, right around there, booked calls, which is amazing. Whereas previously, I don't know exactly what their metrics were before, but I know they weren't booking as many calls as they want because the people weren't going through the free lead magnet and actually going through that. So that's one of the big things I always say is like, you have to look at a dichotomy of who your market is, because people who have a lot of money don't have a lot of time, and they don't want to download like a free cheat sheet or like a free lead magnet or anything like that, because it's just not valuable to them. They just want somebody to come in and do things for them. And especially if you're selling a done for you service like Gage and Max are here, you need a very specific condensed funnel, like a VSL funnel or a call funnel that's just going to get people directly to book a call with you. So that's number one. That's the first thing that we did. The second thing that we did and that we're actively working on is booking follow-up calls. Sorry for my bad handwriting. And so we're still working on this transparently, but basically beforehand, when I was looking at Gage's tracking sheet and some of the things that he was doing, they were at about a 5 to 10% close rate because he wasn't booking a lot of follow-up calls. There weren't a lot of follow-up meetings. And so we were leaking a lot of like basically revenue out the back door because we simply were not booking follow-up meetings with people. And so if we're not booking follow-up meetings, we always say BAM fam, so book a meeting from a meeting. If we're not booking a meeting from another meeting and it just drifts into the ether, then we're not going to get any sort of revenue out of that because we're not following up. And so what he was doing is he was basically texting these dentists, like trying to get them on the phone, trying to get them bought in, and trying to get them back on the phone after he pitched them. And a lot of that was it was tough because they just weren't wanting to book, or they got busy and they just forgot about it, right? So like typically what we see is like 40% of your deals are going to be upfront closes, and then 60% of them are going to be follow-up closes. So we were leaking 60% of revenue out the back door by simply not doing that. And so looking at his metrics this month, I actually just got off a call with Gage. He is at around, I believe they're at like a 50 to 60% close rate right now, which is much, much better than the 5 to 10% they were at last month. And to date, they're at 146K on the month. So far, it's the 9th of April right now. So booking a meeting from a meeting definitely helps. And then the next thing that we really did that we're working on actively right now is we are pitching the full price And so what I mean by this is they were pitching the monthly retainers where it was more, hey, you can pay month to month, like it's, let's say it's 40K for a package. They were pitching that monthly instead of just pitching it all up front. Whereas when we switched to that, we got more pay in fulls. They got a 40K pay in full. They got another one that has like 3 months down because they're not giving them the entire pay plan up front. They're just pitching the PIF and then chunking down to pay plan if they have to do that afterwards. So that would be one of the main things we're doing next to kind of like fix some of the cash flow and get more cash flow in. And then the fourth thing we worked on, which my Apple Pencil died, so I'm just going to speak through it. But the fourth thing we worked on with them is that we are just increasing ad spend. And so now that we know our cost per booked call and what we call our cash per booked call, which is in the thousands range, we can look at that and say, okay, great, we're getting a 15x ROAS on ads. Let's increase the spend. Like we're in a really good range. And so now we're just in the process of continuously increasing spend and watching that cost per booked call to make sure it stays within our $100 KPI range. And then we're just going to keep scaling this thing until we can't scale it anymore. And then basically we'll have to make new creatives, new ad campaigns, and then scale from there. But this is basically what we did, and there's a lot more to this that we did that I just haven't covered here as well, just for the sake of time. These are the main 3 to 4 things that we did with them to help them actually get to this point. And then just being tight on sales calls, making sure we have tracking in place, making sure we know our close rate, our cash per call, our follow-up rate, our first call close versus second call close rate, all of our metrics around that for sales. And if you're not tracking that, you need to make sure you're tracking that. And then also just knowing what our cost per call is, knowing what our metrics are, so that we can accurately scale. I think one of the biggest things I see people struggle with is that they don't know their numbers, and so they can't scale because they don't know if they put $1 in, they get $10 out, and they can't make that reference, right? So big thing I would say, at the very least, just start tracking your numbers, look at where you're at so you can improve those metrics. So hopefully this helps. We're going to be at hopefully a couple 100K by the end of this month with them, and we'll be pushing harder and harder from there. And I'll keep you guys updated, and I hope you got value from this. And if you want to learn more about how we can help your video agency scale, there's a link down below where you can book a call with our team, and we'd be happy to chat, see if we could possibly help. And I will see you in the next video.